Alright, so in today's video, since I tried to do this on my GoPro, and that is now sitting over there, due to complications I am now on my phone. Luckily I have a pretty decent camera, so it won't look too bad, as long as the audio is alright. But in today's video, I'm going to show you how to take the seals out and replace them with new ones, and clean this motherfucker up. Input shaft seal is in behind the bell housing, so that requires you to take these nuts off and then I guess give that a couple love smacks and she'll come out, and then you can get in, get the seal out. Not exactly sure how I'm gonna do that yet, but we'll get there. And then for the output shaft, pretty straightforward. It's the same as any G260. By the way, I don't think I mentioned this is a G265 that is going into a 1989 BMW E34. Get the little cat hair off. So to get to the output shaft, you have to take the nut off that's in there. We'll take the guibo off because this is just how it came. I just never took it off yet. And it's in there, pressed in, and we'll have to pull this output shaft bracket thing off. I don't know what the exact name is for it, but you gotta pull that off, and basically the same as the front, figure out how I'm gonna pull that out. Pretty sure I can just use this pick and it should pry out. Or no, the shifter rod seal, that's what it is. We're gonna be doing that as well, because we might as well do them all if we're just doing two of them, since there's only three. We got them all right here. This is just a little block washer that goes around that nut. Probably have to pry the edges back up so I can get it up or get it out, and then to put it back in, I'll show you. You just bang it in. So when I got this transmission, I knew that it was gonna be kind of difficult to get this all to work. Is that cracked? I don't know. It's either cracked right there, or that's just from the casting. It does have it down here too. I don't know. I didn't see that yet, but this was the main issue, is the shifter mount was broken off of it, but since I'm putting it in an E34, I shouldn't need that for say, because it mounts off of two tabs that go, I guess, onto this, but I'm not sure. I think that's just like a fluid thing. Anyways, it mounts up here with two tabs, and then there's a shifter bow that goes to the shifter, and that's basically what mounts it. And then the shifter arm connects to this. So we'll have to either weld two tabs on here, or maybe there's something I can just put in right there. We'll have to figure that out. This transmission does bolt right up to the engine. The only difference is it's about 2 inches longer, they say. So that means I have to shorten my drive shaft, either shorten or extend my shifter bow, and make some new transmission mounts. And then there might be something I have to do with my shift surround, so where my shifter is. And then that should be pretty much it. I also plan on getting new clutch and flywheel. Probably get a decent one since I plan on boosting. new videos of that coming in the future, so look forward to that. That's what I plan on making my channel about. The turbo E34 M30 with a G265. Should handle a lot more boost pressures than the stock 260, that's for sure. That's the whole point of getting this 265 instead of a 260, is just so I can have something a little more reliable. Don't have to worry about destroying my transmission when I'm doing boosted launches. So yeah, so far I just have a bunch of degreaser on it, so that's why it looks like this. I have yet to wipe it all down. I just got the inside of the bell housing, as you've seen. It was pretty clean. The only other thing I seen on the bell housing, I don't know what happened, but there's just nicks the whole way around. And I'm not sure, but I think that might be a hole, but it's in like a perfect spot where it's like machined out. Or not really machined, but casted out. So I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be there, but who's to say? Not me, that's for sure. So yeah, we're just gonna take this bell housing off, taking these bolts out, and then go from there, I guess. Alright, so I got the bell housing off. That was pretty easy, just those 4 bolts. They came loose pretty easily with just a wrench. Just a plain old wrench. That's all you need. And once you get that off, you'll see this plate here, which basically just covers all this so nothing can get into it. You just take that off, just 13 millimeter. And then once you get that off, it pretty much just pries right up. There's like little slots in it, so you can get something under there and pry it up. Should pop right off. Then I sprayed it all down again, just letting it. So after further investigation, the seal is not in there. I'm pretty sure that's where it is in the G260, but it's actually underneath here. You can see. So you just gotta pull it out of that, put the new one in, and then we'll put the cover back on here. Now that's nice and clean. Get some new sealer, and we should be good to go. Move on to the output shaft. Alright, so just a little update. All I'm gonna do here is just clean up the surface, get all the old sealer off. There's the new seal, all nice and clean. Everything's pretty nice and clean here. Just need to scuff it up a little bit more. Maybe get some 1500 grit or something. Make it nice and ready for fresh stuff. Gonna get some fresh sealant on her. Want to make sure that surface is nice and scuffed so it gets a good bond. So this is how I'm making sure the surface is staying nice and flat. I got a nice piece of plexiglass, some 1500 grit wet sandpaper, but I'm using it dry because it's fine. And you pretty much oh, well, it's easier with 2 hands, but you get the point. You just do that, and it gives you a nice, even, clean surface. Just a helpful tip from the mechanic Dylan. Now that we have all the surfaces clean on the transmission and the seal housing, we can put our ultra blue sealant all around. Mainly just on here though. It's a lot easier. because then you know exactly where to put it and how much. And it just fucking, plops right on in there. Should seal her up nice and good. Hopefully for a lifetime.